Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another Minecraft episode on the AlphaCraft server. Today I'm off to Gobspitt's base. Now Gobspitt is a new member of AlphaCraft and he's got some big plans. And his big plans involve a lot of stone. Now I know a bloke who knows how to make a massive stone generator. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop over there now. I'm going to make him a stone generator. Now this bad boy is twice the size of my last stone generator. It's massive. And it'll generate, I don't know, four and a bit thousand, maybe 4,100 pieces of stone in about 3 minutes. So it's a bit of a monster. So I've grabbed all my gear. I've got all the stuff sorted out in my ender chest. So I'm going to pop over to Gob's base and hopefully I won't spoil anything. So I'll try and keep out of the way so you can't see anything. But I'll make him a stone generator. Because I've been meaning to build this one for a while, and this has given me the perfect opportunity. So let's have a shufty down here. I'm going to have a look around, even if you can't, because I'm nosy like that. Okay, perfect. Up on the roof already? Lovely. Don't look. I said don't look and then I slept and I looked straight at it, so I'm not going to show you. Okay. Where do I build it? I should build it somewhere where there's already some stone. Obviously we can take it down when it's finished. I think I'm going to build it here. Yeah, I think I'm going to build it here. If I get rid of this and I fill in this little bit, I can build it here. Now, the base of it is going to be made out of dirt for a couple of reasons. Firstly, wood burns. Even though we don't have fire tick turned on the server, if you guys build it and you do have fire tick turned on, then it will catch fire and burn. So that'll be no good at all. So we'll make it out of dirt. And also, when you've got a really good pick and a haste 2 beacon, you will rattle through stone like you would not believe. So I can't have the base made out of stone, otherwise you're just going to dig straight through it. So if I make it out of dirt, that'll make it a little bit more difficult. But I don't have. It'd be nice if I've got my beacon, won't it? My beacon box. If I don't have my beacon box, I'm going to have to go back and fetch it. Maybe I don't have my beacon box. I'll go back and fetch it later. I'm not going to do it now. I hope he's not using this for anything. We'll soon find out, won't we? Okay, so we've got a bit of an area to work in now. We need 29 blocks. The width of this thing is 29 blocks. Because redstone will pass a signal down 15 lengths of wire, we are going to need the activation part of it is going to be in the middle, and then there are going to be 14 pieces of redstone on either side, which gives us a run of 29. And pistons will push 13 blocks. Well, they'll push 12 blocks, and then one will be generated behind it. So we'll need to come out 13 blocks. So if I get my redstone stuff out, take no notice of what Gob's building in the background either. You won't have a clue what it is anyway, but stop looking at it. I'm going to try my hardest not to show you anything, because I don't want him moaning that I've spoilt it. So stop looking. Right, I'm going to need some of those, some of that. I've got stuff, is what I've got. I've got a spare box that's got nothing in it. It's going to have to make. I'm going to have to make a chest, aren't I? Don't need half of this stuff, do I? Look, I don't need any of this. Carry it all around with me, and I really don't need it. Right. So if I grab 13 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, if we go back to here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 29, perfect. Those chests are going to be in the way, of course they are. So now I'm going to need 29 stairs, wooden stairs. These can be stone stairs, I guess, but I'm going to use wooden ones because I can. And they need to go in the ground behind the back of the pistons. So they need to go back here, in here. And this is going to be where the water goes. Now, since Mojang decided to introduce waterlogged stairs, which is brilliant, it means that stone generators now are less prone to breaking when the water would come into contact with the lava, or the lava with the water at the wrong place, and it would either generate obsidian or it would just break the farm. That doesn't happen now because of this, which is fantastic. $29. Right, I'm also going to need to dig out a lot of this underneath here. So I'll do that now. I'll dig it all out, in fairness. I don't know how much I'm going to have to dig out, but if I just dig out loads, I can always fill it back in again, can't I? And this has got to go anyway, because all this is going to be turned into dirt. But now we can start putting in some of the mechanism that will push the stone out of the way. Basically, what's going to happen? These are going to be waterlogged. The lava is going to be on there. Actually, the lava is going to be one back. And then it's going to flow down. It's going to be on there, sorry. It's going to flow across, and then it's going to drop down onto the water. And now, because the steps are waterlogged, it won't turn the water in there into obsidian or stone or anything else. It'll flow over the edge and turn this into stone. And then what's going to happen then is a piston here, a sticky piston, is going to shoot out and drag it back. And then a piston here is going to shoot it up out of the way. And then once it gets to the top, all of these pistons, there's going to be a wall of pistons there. They're all going to push it forward. It's magic. And it works really well. I'm going to need I need some observers, actually. Before I start, I'm going to need some sticky pistons. That should be enough of those. Been to Richmar. Go to Richmar. How many sticky pistons do I need? I only need 30, I think. Lovely. Right, so they need to go. I need to get these in the right order, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do it. I need to dig this out, because in there I need to dig out a little bit more room, actually. I never give myself enough room. I'm going to need an observer pointing into that, like that. And then behind the back of that there, facing down, I need another observer. Like that. In there. I'm just going to have to dig that out to get down there. And then above this, I'm going to need another observer. That. And then on here, I'm going to need a sticky piston. So what's going to happen now is that. That's exactly what's going to happen. So when I'm going to put a line of redstone dust here, so when we get a bit of redstone in there, sticky piston is going to shoot out, pick up the stone, and then push it up. So that's it. So I need to do that 29 times down there. So it's very, very easy, very simple. Okay, so the redstone behind the back of that. And then those bad boys here. Like so. The stick is here. And this is much easier to do than my old one. My old one, the one that was half the size, is a little bit more complicated to do than this. Perfect. So now all of this can be filled in. Right, now we've done that, I was going to put the water in there and then put the lava in, but if I do that and then I inadvertently dig through it, badness. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to dig in around the back and make myself a bit of room to do the redstone. Now the redstone on this has been trimmed down quite a lot as well. On my previous one, I used a lot of repeaters and a lot of redstone dust. This time I've condensed it into an etho hopper clock and a couple of bits of redstone, and it works better. In fairness, it seems to be working much better. Now, as with most of the redstone builds I do, I'm going to be putting my redstone on stone brick, just so I know. When you're digging around underneath and you see redstone, you see stone brick above you, it's probably got redstone on it. And then I'm going to cover that with redstone dust. And I need to find the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15. This one here. Just going to dig that out so I can, as a visual reminder, that's the middle one. Now on here, I'm going to be putting a repeater. And that's what's going to be powering all of them. I know I'm going to be needing redstone, so what do? Fill my inventory with as much rubbish as I can lay my hands on. Need some of those. I'm going to need some hoppers. Don't tell me I forgot my iron. Have I forgot my iron? Unbelievably, I forgot my iron. I forgot my iron. Would you ever believe it? I don't believe it. All right, I'm going to have to run home. I'm going to run home and grab a shulker full of iron. This is ridiculous. Of all the things to forget. I'm going to make a beacon in a minute. I don't need a beacon right now. But I'm going to make one in a minute. I am going to need a couple of hoppers, though. Keep picking up those 2 seeds. I'm going to need a redstone block. Not going to need any sticks. So on here, we need a repeater. Like so. And then coming off the back of that, I'm going to need an observer. And that's to give out a 1-tick pulse. Because the observers detect the the changing state of the redstone dust. If I powered that on and then powered it off, those pistons would fire twice. And I don't want them to fire twice. They can only fire once. So by giving it a really quick one-tick pulse on the observer, they will only fire once. So that's what I need. Let me try and do all of this right next to a big hole. The only hole for 1,000 miles. Now I have to be building right on top of it. Of course I do. Of course I do. Right, so that's that. Now behind the back of that, I'm going to need a note block. Note blocks are great. I love note blocks. Got a note block as well. I'm probably going to need more than one. I'll come back and fetch another one if I need it. Lovely. So this is where I'm going to need Etho's wonderful hopper clock. Now I have made a silent one. I could use that one, but with all the pistons rattling around anyway, another piston's not going to make a difference. And Etho's is just a little bit easier to use than mine is. Well, sorry, not easier to use, a little bit easier to build. So we're going to do that. And I do like Etho. Don't tell him though. Jeez. And the size of Canada if you tell him. Right, so I'm going to need... I've forgotten how to build it now. Sticky pistons. Sticky pistons. Sticky piston there and a sticky piston there. And then a redstone block in the middle. And then you guys know how to build one of these, don't you? Of course you do. Everybody knows how to build one of these. Redstone 101. Being able to build one of these. That there. We're going to need that there, that there. That there, and that there. And then we want 3 items in there. 2, well, 1, and it just won't work. It goes on a mad cycle and nothing works. 2, and it almost works, and it's a little bit quicker, but every so often you get a piece of cobblestone in there. You'll get a line of cobblestone. So 3 seems to work fine. If 3 doesn't work on your server, then you might have to play with the ticks on here. The amount of items in there. 4 is just going to be too long. So if I lob in 3 bits of dust. Perfect. I'm going to put that over there so we don't hear that thudding. But that's basically what's going to happen. The stone is going to get generated there. It's going to get pulled back and then pushed up out of the way. So that's working great. Now what we don't want is that going off all the time, do we? Crikey, that's going to drive us all mental. Uh-oh. Now bless him, Gob, he's just logged on. I didn't think he'd be logging on today, or at least now anyway, which is, it's only a little bit of a problem. It's not much of a problem. So I am going to have to hope that he doesn't wander over here. Do some scaffolding as well. Gob? Oh my word. Never play with lava indeed, mate. So now I need a wall of pistons going up here. It's going to take me a minute to do. And I'm also going to need to put some solid blocks behind the back of it. Put the redstone on, so I'll use these. Hopefully he'll take his time. Take your time, Gob. No rush, mate. On top of that, we're going to put a line of dust. I do this as I'm going up. Like that. And then on the 15th block, the one that's bang in the middle, the one that's here, I'm going to need a note block. I'm using the note block because the note block will conduct a signal, a redstone signal, and it will also activate an observer. I can't use a solid block because that won't activate the observer. So if I put a note block there and then an observer facing down into it, it's going to activate the note block. Actually, I probably don't need one on the bottom. I'll get away with just using a normal block on that one because I don't have an observer underneath it. So I'll have that as a solid block. And then here I'm going to need an observer. And then on top of the observer, I'm going to need no block. Nobody going to sleep for me? I'm going to get to a bed. Somebody's going to sleep just as I get to a bed. I'll show you this from the back when I've done, but I am just going to rattle through this now and get these pistons put in, otherwise I'm never going to do it. So now all we need to do is put in a mechanism that stops it when it's full. Because what you don't want, I mean, it won't break it. If you don't put this mechanism in, it won't break it. It's just that's going to continue going backwards and forwards. And I can put a mechanism in to stop it. So I'm going to do that. So I need to get to one side. What's probably the best side to get to? I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to stick down a button. Any button will do. Put that there like that. This can all get filled in as well. All of the top, all of this, from there, all the way across is going to be filled in with dirt. So you won't be able to see any of this anyway. And we can fill all of this in with dirt, or we can put lights in here. It doesn't matter, either or. Going to need to put a little bit of lighting down here. I know you guys gave me some grief about my ice farm, about lighting lag and how I should light it up. Lighting lag, redstone lighting updates are no longer as bad as they used to be. However, I will do that for you. I can do that for you. I'm not proud. I'll do that. So now I need a line. I need a line to come down to turn that on. Once that's been lit, this is going to stop. So if we run a line of redstone dust from there down here a little, actually I need to put it on stone brick, don't I? I can't say I put it all on stone brick and then don't put it on stone brick. That'd be some kind of liar, won't it? And now I need an extender in here. I'm going to need an observer block that's going to detect when the stone stops being pushed up. So if I put an observer, uh-oh, Gob's back. Gob's back. Gob, don't look. Love of God, don't look. If I put an observer there, like that, and then lead that onto a bit of redstone dust, we can then stick an extension, a pulse extender in here. Bit of redstone dust in there. I'm going to need something to strengthen the signal. There's a signal coming out of that's just going to be nowhere near long enough. So if I do that, it's going to have to be put onto a couple of ticks. Gobby, don't look. And then redstone dust. And then an extender, pulse extender, which is very, very easy to do. A couple of those there, a couple of those facing the opposite way. Have that there and a bit of redstone dust. And then coming off of here, we can have a torch, a redstone torch. And this is going to be what powers this line. When that stops working, when it's on, that's going to be off. Oh, Jesus, Gob! So now I need to fill it with water and lava. Now, before I fill it up with water and start it all up and running for the first time, I'm going to put a bit of a safety net over the back. If these pistons, if there's a gap behind the back of here, and I don't know whether, oh, there is there. So if you've got a gap behind the back of it like this, because pistons will push 13 blocks, if the piston pushes out, it could push the blocks backwards, which will push the waterlogged stairs backwards, and it will break the farm, and you don't want that to happen. So behind the back of our spruce stairs, we're going to be putting furnaces, immovable objects. It could be furnaces, droppers, obsidian if you want it to be. Because then if the piston pushes, it won't push the stairs out of the way because there's an immovable block behind it. Like that. Cover that back up again. Have I got stuffers? Yes, I do, yes. Like that. So now I can put my water in. Like that. Now we're going to have to put the lava in. And now lava flows for 4 blocks in the overworld. So I'm going to put it there. It's going to flow all the way out to here to start with until I start the farm. So just be careful of that. You don't want to burn yourself when you're putting this stuff in there. Tina! Hello, lovely Stina. So now, hopefully, I'm going to sleep. Now I'm going to give it a go. Now that looks okay to me. That looks pretty good to start with, doesn't it? Oh, okay. Let's turn that off. I clearly messed up the redstone at the back. Okay, no biggie, no biggie. I probably missed a line of dust or something. It's going to be something really trivial that I should have checked. Note to self, kids, check your redstone before you try and prove it live on camera. Otherwise, you're going to look like an idiot. Take some of that. Take observers as well, just in case it's an observer that I've missed. Oh, it's that. It's not going to work without a bit of... All it is, that. Bit of redstone dust there. Simple as that. Okay. Well, that's good. That's not bad. Get this going again then. Now this is not going to fill in properly because of that there. It may well leave a few blocks missing, but I'll worry about that in a minute. Excellent. So now we need to dig out the rest of this floor and fill it in with dirt. Okay, so now we know how far it comes out to. I'm going to dig out some of this, and then I'm going to put down a floor. I'm trying to look underneath. I'm literally trying to look underneath. You wouldn't believe it, would you? To get out my... Actually, I can do that. I've got dirt. Don't have any dirt. Go and get some dirt, but I do need to get my box out of the way. As I say, all of this could be filled in. All of that could be filled in. I think I'll probably fill that in with dirt as well. And that. And we want to make sure we don't get anything else in there. Perfect. Time to go and find some dirt. And then I can show it to Gob. And hopefully, the dude's going to like it. There, I don't think it's too ugly. It's not the prettiest thing I've ever made, but it's a stone generator. What is it supposed to look like? Right, let me stick a beacon on top for him, which is going to help out no end. So if I put haste 2 on this, brilliant. Unfortunately, you can't reach the top here, which is a bit of a shame. However, you can dig up a little bit and then that's it. So if I dig around on this level now, and then I should be able to just insta-mine all of it.
This is absolutely unbelievable, mate.
Well, hopefully it'll give you as much stone as you need, mate, for whatever you need to do. And if you want cobble as well, just use an efficiency 5 pick that doesn't have silk on it, and you can still insta-mine the stone, but you'll get cobble out of it.
Oh, that is amazing.
So anyway, there you go, mate.
Amazing. I cannot express my appreciation.
Buddy, you're more than welcome.
enough
I
for
needed,
that.
to be honest, I needed something for a video, and this just was ideal. I
Hey,
was a little bit worried. I was
Oh no,
going
it's still going up there.
to be overstepping the mark, really, because I didn't know whether you'd already got one sorted out, but I thought I'd mentioned it to you, so I'll just do it.
Oh mate, I would never be able to build something like that.
All right, that was Gobby, and he's happy as Larry, and I'm as happy as Larry as well. Actually, I'm really pleased because he is going to need a load of stone, an absolute boatload of stone, and I'm more than happy to help. So I think I'll call it a day for today then, everybody. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please don't forget to leave it a like, and if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and don't forget to check out all the other alphas, especially the new ones. They are all fantastic. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.